Welcome back. Well, let's head back to the Conservative Party conference where we can get reaction to everything we've discussed so far with Conservative MP for Bury North, James Daly. James, really grateful to have you on today. Conference going so well so far, do you think?
I apologise, Alex, can you just repeat that again, please?
I was just saying, if you think conference is going well so far, you're enjoying yourself?
Oh, it's fantastic, really positive vibe, really a united party, committed to the levelling up agenda and getting things done.
A lot of accusations that there's been a lot of great little sound bites and platitudes, but not really much when it comes to policy and detail.
Oh, I think there is. I think that if we take the Home Secretary's speech today and various other announcements by Cabinet Ministers, we are determined to get things done. We're outlining policies that are going to change people's lives, make that difference, level up in areas like mine. And that's really a local and national partnership together. And we've got politicians like the Prime Minister, like Michael Gove, like Priti Patel, responding to the concerns of local people in my area and demanding and finding solutions.
Now, how about finding solutions to the uptick in violent crimes against women? We have, of course, heard Priti Patel saying that women have had enough. Enough is enough, she has said, quite rightly so. Dominic Raab saying that he's going to bring in things like CCTV and better lighting and a rape hotline. But what is your party doing to try and prevent these attacks on women, rather than just try and deal with the consequences of those attacks? Have your party had any discussions about things such as violent porn?
We as a party are committed to finding solutions to the terrible epidemic we are facing at the moment of violence against women. Now, it's a multi-layered problem. There are various reasons for it and there are various solutions. I'm really pleased with the Home Secretary's announcement today of £25 million invested in safer streets, making sure that we have areas that are safe for women to go out into. Now, it's a sad indictment of our society and our culture that we have to spend money in that way. But we need stronger sentences. We need to make sure that the prosecution of offences. I was a criminal defence solicitor for 16 years. I saw it firsthand how the system was letting down those who complained, and that comes from both the police and the Crown Prosecution Service. This is not just me speaking, Alex. The Director of Public Prosecutions, the Justice Select Committee, outlined this and also made a comment which I think is really important, that over many years and previous directors of public prosecutions, not enough has been done to ensure that we have a system that protects the interests of victims of serious sexual offending through the courts. And one of those previous DPPs was the Leader of the Opposition.
But serious sexual offending is on the up, isn't it? As has been things like grooming of young girls. It doesn't seem to me like the Conservative Party has much of a hold on matters when it comes to protecting women. And as I said, it's great that you're going to put out more street lighting, more CCTV. That will hopefully be able to catch more people who are attacking women. But what about trying to prevent that in the first place? I haven't heard a single bit of conversation coming out about the nature of children accessing hardline pornography on the internet, rape videos being made available. We know that Wayne Couzens used to enjoy watching them. What about trying to deal with the causes of these attacks?
Well, I think the Home Secretary announced a really important inquiry into why the Wayne Couzens situation happened, and we're going to learn lessons from that. But the one thing that we can't do in this is too serious a subject to politicise it like the opposition are doing. I don't choose to highlight the fact that in Greater Manchester, my police force is failing in terms of its commitment to victims of serious sexual offending, victims of serious violent crime. The Mayor of Greater Manchester has to ask for that, but let's put that to one side together. It is better that we work together. It's better that we learn the mistakes of what's happened in the past. Hence the really important announcement. And yes, Alex, that part of the ongoing debate between MPs, we need to make sure that we are attacking pornography that young people are seeing online, that we're ensuring that in schools that education is highlighting that such behaviour is not acceptable. But as I say, it is a sad indictment as to where we are, that we have to do that now. I very much believe that we have to look at the way that cases are prosecuted through the courts as well. I appreciate the point, Alex, that you're making about stopping this happening. More police officers on the street. This is what this government is delivering and what we are committed to. That's going to have an impact on it. What happens in schools and what happens in terms of some of the issues that you're talking about. But we have to be better at prosecuting these offences to give the victims of crime confidence that their interests are going to be represented in the court system. We can't have a situation where offenders are on bail, or potential offenders, alleged offenders are on bail for lengthy periods of time. We've got some really interesting innovations going forward in terms of using technology to assist those who are the victims of crime to be able to outline and contact the police at the earliest possible opportunity, make sure that their statement and the initial impact of events is given to the police at the earliest opportunity. So this is a government and a Home Secretary that is committed to finding solutions. We're going to do everything that is necessary to make sure that women, young women, all are protected in our society.
Well, it'd be good to have fewer victims, but I'm glad you're doing something about dealing with the victims. Let's move on to Insulate Britain. It's only a matter of time before they create victims, no doubt. Are you pleased today with the fact that we're now having 111 Insulate Britain protesters who are going to be hauled up in front of court? I mean, it's a little bit too late, isn't it? But tough talk finally from the Home Secretary against them.
Yeah, I support today the announcement by the Home Secretary of tougher sentences for these people. What we need to see is the police going in, removing them from the highway. They're a complete menace to people going about their everyday work. They are causing problems. There have been some really serious incidents of people having their health and their lives impacted by the decisions of these people. And I don't have words strong enough to describe how appalling their behaviour is. Protesting is one thing. We all welcome peaceful protest, but putting people's lives at risk is completely unacceptable. It's time the police went straight in and removed these people from the highway and stopped messing about.
And on the matter of protests, finally, have you encountered any outside confronts yet? There's been a few reports about people like Ian Duncan Smith being attacked. I mean, have you had to, dodge people throwing things at you or yelling the word scum?
As a Conservative politician coming into the conference, you accept certain things that are going to be said. It's completely unacceptable what happened to Ian Duncan Smith. Peaceful protest is something that we all cherish and something that we all want to defend. And the vast majority of protesters here are protesting on really important issues, that it's their right to come and make sure that those people who are elected hear their thoughts, hear their views, and we find solutions to that. So the thugs and the yobs need to be dealt with in an appropriate manner by the police, but that is an incredibly small minority of people who come here to peacefully protest in respect of really important issues to them and their community.
James, thank you so much for coming and joining me today. That's James Daly, MP.